You're trying to stick to the newest diet out there, or you made yourself up a little plan, but it's not working. You're not losing weight, you're not seeing results, you're hating the foods, etc. What do we do? Well, first and foremost, we need to understand why it is that your diet's not working in the first place, because you don't want to repeat the same mistake over and over and over and over again, right? So, how do we find out what the mistakes are? Well, more than likely, guys, what it is the reason why your diet's not working is, number one, is that it's not effective. So that your diet is not, you're not in a calorie deficit, it's not aligned with your specific goals and your body, etc. So that's number one. Number two is that it's not sustainable, okay? It's a quick, short-term approach. You dread it, you hate it, all right? Nobody wants to eat the same things every single day. Nobody wants to eat broccoli every single meal. So if you're doing that kind of approach, it's probably not sustainable. Number three is that it's not enjoyable, okay? When you go traveling and stuff, you gotta be realistic, okay? Because when you go traveling, when you have family events, when it comes around the weekend and you go off your diet because you wanna have some drinks, you wanna actually live your life, what's gonna happen is that you're not gonna wanna pick that diet back up on Monday because you enjoy the drinking, you enjoy your favorite foods and all this, and then you have to feel guilty because you had them, and it's just a cycle that keeps going and going and going. It doesn't have to happen like that, okay? This is why you shouldn't follow a specific diet, okay? Your eating approach, your nutrition planning should be aligned with you as a person, your lifestyle, and your goals all together. You need to find and create that perfect balance. Now, how I do that with my clients is, first and foremost, what we do is we set them up with custom nutrition planning, okay? So yes, they'll have a full nutrition planning approach. They'll have the recipes, they'll have the shopping list, everything that you can think of, okay? And then they practice counting their calories. They practice understanding what macros are. We teach them every single thing A to Z so they can actually understand and have that confidence behind the nutrition planning. So eventually in phase 2, what we do is we start to stray away from actual nutrition planning, and we give the clients more independence while sticking to the proper guidelines, and they're educated so they know what foods to avoid, what foods to have, what's good, bad for them, and how to work around these little slip up and mess ups. Because guys, it's life. You're going to mess up. I mess up all the time, okay? Like I always say, if there's a cake at home, when I come home, someone brings a cake over, I'm gonna have a slice. Like, I'm gonna have a slice because I don't want to miss on that cake. More than likely I'm going to. Sometimes I just don't even desire it because my diet's pretty good, so I don't crave that stuff as much. But sometimes I will, and I know exactly how to work around it, and our clients do too, okay? So in phase 2, they start to actually stray away from the nutrition planning so they have more independence, more freedom, yet they're still aligned with their goals, okay? And then in phase 3 is all about just getting more advanced. It's when you focus more so on the toning aspect of things. When you lose all your weight, you built the foundation, and then you start to level it up and keep it going. So that's kind of a little approach, a basic guideline, I guess, of how we train our clients and how we approach the nutrition planning. Obviously, there's much more that goes into it. Like, we just launched a website that has hundreds of recipes and stuff for our clients, etc. Bunch of good stuff like that. But that's just a little basics of what we do for our nutrition planning approach. So you could try something like that too. But the biggest thing, as you see, is that you need balance, okay? It needs to be realistic. It needs to be effective. And most of all, you need to understand. You need to actually have the education. Because what I always like to put for an example is that where you're at right now, when you stick to these diet plans, when you have, when you follow all these restricted approaches, etc., the keto diet, the Mediterranean, all these certain diets, it's like you're riding a bicycle with training wheels, okay? You always have to rely on the training wheels in order to ride that bike. It's not so much fun. There's no freedom. You're restricted. So what we do when you come work with us is we take the training wheels off, because once you learn how to ride a bike, it's not like you can unlearn how to ride a bike.